Okay, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about Kaylee Nolan. Kaylee Nolan no longer works at the worldwide leader of sports. ESPN basically just said, I think I better let her go. Let her go. Katie Nolan is not working for them. Now, ESPN released a statement, and Katie Nolan is sort of co signing this statement. Basically, they're letting her go due to the cancellation of Highly Questionable. Now, Highly Questionable was the afternoon show that Dan Lettertard had, but they let him go. I believe it was last year, and they still had the show running with a slew of guests. And Katie Nolan got the nod to take over the ship, sort of say, for Highly Questionable. Highly Questionable wasn't a ratings killer. It wasn't a sleeping giant or anything like that. I was shocked that they still was keeping Highly Questionable on the air, since the original host is no longer working at ESPN. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, so Katie Nolan took over the wheel, and they canceled the show, and they said we might as well just also release you from your contract. Now, she signed a contract not too long ago, and she was also in the news, really sort of bashing ESPN's decision on letting go of her producer without her knowledge. Didn't even offer her a cup of coffee or a reasoning why they let go of her producer. But nevertheless, she had an issue with that, and she took to social media and talked about her issues with ESPN, particularly on that subject. And it could be a coinkydink, it could be a coincidence, but I get the sneaking suspicion ESPN really wanted to just go ahead and just get rid of her. Now, she was making $1 million a season, okay? I mean, well, $1 million a year. That's some good money, and I was shocked to find out that ESPN is giving her $1 million a year, okay? Just basically just doing that show and that show only. Now, they've been trying to throw her around on other shows, and it's sort of like throwing crap on the wall, hoping for something to stick. And the only thing that really stuck and glued to the wall the most was her on Highly Questionable. All right. So ESPN is getting rid of her, and they're basically using the excuse of, well, we was going to cancel the show anyway, and there's really no other place we could have put her at, and we just felt like this would be the best interest for not only her but for ESPN as well. Now, a lot of people are, on social media saying, see, look, another one bit the dust. ESPN might as well call them broke center. They just don't have the money. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think with this particular story it had anything to do with finances. I really think the real reason why they let her go because of two things. One, there's really no other place to put her on any type of show, podcast, or radio show, because all their programming is pretty much full, and they have already done shuffled the deck on where everybody is going. And two, she was sort of a malcontent. She was raging against the machine, and she had some issues with ESPN in their direction and in their decision, and kind of sort of bad mouthing ESPN. So I feel like this decision is best for both parties. It's best for ESPN, and it's also best for her. Now, she released a tweet on social media basically saying that she's going to take a long vacation, which she should, because she's highly paid from ESPN. She don't need to be really seeking or hurry up and get into the job market and seeking a job. Now, if I put my aluminum foil tin hat on, which I will right now, I feel like when she's done, with her vacation and done having me time, and she wants to get back to work, I can see her in several places. I can see her at CBS Sports. I feel like CBS Sports is a good fit for her, and the reason why I say CBS Sports because CBS Sports is not they don't see themselves as an ESPN. Okay, and I feel like that's a great fit for her. I also feel like NBC Sports may be interested in her as well. But I also can see her on the news or the politics side of things. Every when she was on social media or whenever she had free time, she talked a little and dabbled in politics. I can see her as a correspondent for. I don't see anything strong like Fox Sports. I mean Fox News. We report, you decide. I don't see her doing nothing that extreme. But I can also see her on CNN. She can fit well there, or or any other news network. I can see her, doing that as well. And I can also see her doing entertainment, like Kevin Frazier. Kevin Frazier was started, started in ESPN doing Sports Center, and then he gravitated into E News. Okay, Entertainment Tonight. I can see her, doing that as well. She's very well talented and she can fit pretty much anywhere on any network, similar to Maria Taylor. Like if the offers wasn't that extreme and that intense for Maria Taylor, I could also see Maria Taylor dabbling into politics or maybe doing entertainment news. Okay, and I always say this on every video when someone leaves either Fox Sports 1 or ESPN or TNT. I really think because of the pandemic and the woke movement, Black Lives Matter, I feel like a lot of fans grown tiresome of those causes, and it was sort of being pushed against their will, sort of say, to deal with, and there's a lot of fans out there that really didn't want to deal with that. Now, I never threw this in none of the videos I talked about this, but sometimes people use sports as an escape from everyday problems in life or everyday life issues and things of that nature. And a lot of people were turned off about those causes. Me personally, I was not. I felt like more should have been done. Okay, but nevertheless, this is not my opinion. This is I'm just basically just commenting on. There's a lot of fans are out there. There's a lot of fans out there that are turned off of the woke movement of Black Lives Matter. They just grown tiresome of that, and they just want to escape everyday life. And and including the pandemic has put somewhat of a strain in sports entertainment. I feel like a lot of people are, I feel like sports entertainment is not on the front pages no more. It's on the back pages, and I feel like this is not going to change until we're somewhat past the pandemic or the pandemic is behind us. Maybe a little bit less as far as the woke movement topics or Black Lives Matter, doing that a little bit less. Still having events and still talking about it, but not on a grand, large scale where fans can be grown tiresome of it. And I feel like with those two things, sports has a chance to get back on the front page. Sports is in the similar predicament as movies and entertainment. They're just now throwing movies out in movie theaters, and a lot of movies have suffered during this pandemic, and there have been other movies that have flourished in this pandemic, and it's just going to take a little time until you know the world starts trusting going into movie theaters. And now with these streaming services, people rather prefer watching a movie at home than taking a chance, taking a risk to watch it at the movie theaters due to the pandemic and due to some other issues. It's more safer to just watch it at home and just pay your subscription fee for that. But yeah, so she's no longer at ESPN, and she said on social media she's going to take a long vacation, and she's going to look at things on a just a overlay type of review. She's not going to be rushing into anything, and I just explored some possibilities where she may land or may go. She might be just done with sports. So I don't know. I don't really follow her too much on social media. But anywho, guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.